Hello, hello. Who is about? I didn't schedule because I didn't know how I was going to feel. Hi, Miss Justice. So I've just sort of come on because I feel okay. So it was pointless trying to schedule it last night for today because I just didn't know how I'd feel today. Yesterday was really bad. Not a good day at all for Layla or myself, but it seems a bit better today, so I'm grateful. Here you all are coming in. Hi, Miss Justice again. Twiggy, how are you? Gymnastics 101. Hi, Daisy. Oh, Celeste. Oh, thanks for the virtual hug. I really need it. Oh, it's crazy. Oh, I've missed you guys too. It's just when I can't even explain it. Like you don't feel, I haven't had a fever the last couple of days or anything, but it's just this overwhelming, draining tiredness, headache, and your head is just, I don't know, all over the place. It's like stuffy as 1 minute you can't breathe, and then the next minute you can't stop your nose running. And yeah, but honestly, I've been through so much worse. It's nothing compared to other illnesses, so it's all good. Hi, Trisha Whistler. How are you? And I hope your mouth's well and truly on the mend, Miss Justice. I've just been taking, Layla and I both just been taking Panadol and Nurofen intermittently. There's not much else. Nasal spray I've been using as well. Nasonex, it's awesome. Seems when it does get, because it does it, well, with us it's all blocked up and you feel like you can't get air at all through your nose. And then an hour later, it's just dripping like a tap and you can't stop it. So it's, when you can't breathe, the Nasonex is really good to sort of help you get a bit of air in there. And then your mouth and your throat's so dry because you can't breathe through it's just crazy. But as I said, like I've had much worse things happen. Hi, KC. I don't think you have to explain it. I've had it too, so yucky. Oh, really, green-eyed lady? Like if this is as bad as it gets, we're laughing, honestly. We're pretty lucky. Hi, Suzanne. How are you? Oh, my gosh. I'm so happy to hear that you seem to be on the mend today. You've been missed. Oh, thank you. There's so much going. I just can't keep up, honestly. I know when you're not well, it is hard to comprehend stuff, but I feel like there's 200 channels have popped up in the last 2 weeks. I don't know about you guys, but they just keep popping up and trying to work out who's who and their sort of outlook on, because I like to get other people's perspectives. I've been copping heaps of hate though because because I go into Benny's chat. I go into everybody's chat. Unless someone has come for me in a horrible way, I still like to hear and see what other people's takes are on things. But I got a message the other day, I went into Benny's chat, and you know how as you enter a chat room, just out of chat room etiquette, you say hi to your host or the panel and chat. You know, it's just good manners, in my opinion. So with that, I had no sooner gone into one of Benny Keys's lives and said, hi, Benny, and chat. That's all I said, guys. I'm not even joking. I actually screenshotted what come with that. Within 15 seconds, I had a Discord message, a direct one, from someone that I've known about since I started my channel, that I've seen lots and lots of people have problems with over and over, I might add, but she'd never done anything to me. So I was like, you know, I treat everyone the same until they come for me. And she said, grow a fucking spine. I could go back through the screenshots, but it was aggressive, horrible, more or less, F you, can see whose side you're on now. And while I'm trying to respond in this Discord direct message, she then blocked me. And I thought, wow, this is what people have warned me against. And you know who you are. But I don't listen. Like, someone will say to me, be careful, be careful, be careful. And I will be careful. But isn't that shitty that people feel like they can tell you to get an effing spine and, you know, carry on like that just because you go into a chat? It's not like I'm saying, oh, Benny, yes, I'm totally up for 3,000% of everything you say and whatever. All I said was fucking hi. Hi, Benny, in chat. And those of you that see me go into other chats, I always say hi to whoever's chat it is. Yeah, but I still like it. He still has information. He still has important things that a lot of creators don't know about because they're too channeled on one aspect of what's going on. And I am innocent until proven guilty. I can't come up here and accuse Don and Candace, they did this, they did it, because I do not know that. That's the reality of it. Nobody knows, but you're going to hate on people that also don't know because you don't know. Does that make sense? You know, you're being hated on because everybody knows nothing, basically, but everyone has a different perspective. And when you look at it like that, it is so dumb. We should be listening to everybody within reason. You know, there's some I can't, but that's just, I can't no longer, as in it's too wild. Like ELP, I can't do anything with him. He just hurts my head. Did you watch Ernie? On whose channel? Suzanne. He's been on every single channel lately. I did see him slip over though. on Prayer Gardens channel. Oh my God. I thought that was quite funny. Ernie, yeah, can't do much of Ernie. He's too much of a showman for me. And why the hell, please explain to me, somebody. Can someone explain to me why he wears that hat inside constantly? Down Under Crime, Gymnastics says, don't stress, you are always polite. They've lost the plot. Nothing you can do. They've lost objectivity. There are no sides. That's exactly what I'm trying to say, Gymnastics. Nobody knows squat, but the hate they get because you're opening yourself to listen to everybody, just I can't get my head around that. I'm still only following 5. Are you, Miss Justice? Oh, there's so many not crazy, but another thing that kept me a little bit amused last night when I was really shitty was this thing going on between AB and Ion Entertainment. Has anybody noticed that little kerfuffle happening in the background? AB's pissed. He's really pissed with them. And I haven't watched AB for months. I've just been watching what he struck them. So on the 31st of January, their whole channel is gone because AB has struck their channel. So they must have already had 2. But yeah, it's quiet. I just don't get all the hate. I really, really don't, guys. He's nuts. Yeah, I reckon. Hi, Lip Locked. Thank you for coming in, Suzanne Matthews. Ray, hello. How are you? But I've been loving little Six Up Media, and I see lots of you guys have been over and supporting her, so that's awesome. Hi, Proud Aussie Nan. Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened with them, Ray. Only that, oh, I know how it started with the Ion Entertainment channel. So they were the first, I don't know if they were the first, that's another thing. Everyone wants to be the first. Like, calm down, people. They had H's dad in their chat, and apparently he's gone, and I don't know whether he actually went on their panel or whatever, but they've had a lovely little interaction with Andy. And we know over the last few days how well this guy has portrayed himself as a father and a human being in general. And AB was disgusted in the way they have opened their arms to this sleazebag. So AB streamed some of the footage of this. I can't call him a man, guys, because he's far from what I describe as a man, but this filthy little piece of trash, AB streamed some of their content with this Andy guy. Not Andy, you know who I'm talking about. H's dad. So they didn't like that. So they were up in arms about AB streaming them, and it's just sort of kicked off from there. And last night, I've never seen AB on at like 8 o'clock Australian time. And I thought, he's got to be really, really pissed to be up this late. His time. Pandrew, yes. He had a panda as his icon, didn't he? And he copped heaps of flack. Oh, thank you, Josie. Thank you so much for our next, that'll be February's shopping. We're going to get back to our fabric shopping too when I'm out of ISO. So thank you very much on behalf of everybody. Yeah, and he changed his little icon on his name, H's dad, Pandrew. But he's got a ginormous panda that sits beside him in his lives. Like, the guy's not the full. He's a fries pack short of a Happy Meal. At Liplock, I can't manage BK and others, but I do enjoy your channel. Nothing beats objectivity, examining factual evidence-based data. You do this well. Yeah, Liplock is amazing with how she puts things together. And we all do it. Like, we all go to different channels and you take a bit from this and that and everything else, and it's food for thought, because realistically, none of us are going to solve anything. I think the evil Green-Eyed Lady says, I think the evil surrounding this case is spreading out into the YouTube and is grabbing who it can. I've been watching it spread. Good will win. I'm really, really hopeful of that happening, Green-Eyed Lady. It's actually quite horrible, some of the stuff that's today. I was really, really upset because most of, oh, he's Six Up Media. She says, sorry I haven't been live. I was in hospital. Ribs are broken. Now today my mother-in-law passed on. Oh my God, Six Up Media. Oh, that's so sad. We will pray for you. Everyone put some hearts and prayers in the chat for Six Up Media. See, there's always someone going through something so much more than us. Was it from, did she have the C Six Up Media? That's really bad news for your ribs and for your family. Oh, Josie only comes to this channel. I was just talking about you before, Six Up Media. Yeah, she's doing a great job. We'll still be there when you're ready to come back, girl. Don't you worry about that. It's, well, that's good that she's not suffering. Hi, 10-9. How are you? It's just, life is so hard right now. I just wish I could give everyone an in-person hug. Yeah, we missed you too. I kept checking last night because I really wasn't, I was on the lounge, but you know how you still have to have a little bit of brain activity to sit up and do a live, and I just couldn't. I was just, it does ramp up anxiety, Josie. No, you just take your time, because honestly, although in saying that Six Up Media, I've been in some really dark days where I thought I just can't, and in, just a bit of a downer, and I've come live, and it's happened a few times where I've thought I shouldn't be going live. I'm not my normal happy self. And I think your subs will appreciate your honesty and be grateful that they can lift you up. And they do it to me each and every time I feel upset or not okay. By the end of the live, they have helped me like you could never imagine. Yeah, we need you too. And it's true. Like, I don't know if that happens for every creator, but I'm so grateful, because you guys can even say, Sharon, what's wrong? And I don't even think I'm letting off that I'm not okay, because we build up these people say, oh, how can you have friends when it's only online? No, I'm sorry. Some of you people know me better than real life friends, and probably are better friends to me than real life friends. I'm just saying. And it's amazing that I have this, and I appreciate it. And that's why I felt really, really crappy the last couple of days not coming on, because people keep checking to see and stuff. And yeah, we mean it too, Six Up Media. There's some really genuine, lovely, lovely people. And I'm lucky to have all of them. They really help you too, Lip Locked. It's awesome, isn't it? It is like therapy, Miss Justice. If someone told me that side of it before I started my channel, I would have just laughed like, oh, okay. But it's every single day. I've had online friends for over 20 years. Some I've met, others we just chat. Wow, Suzanne. That's awesome. Oh, anytime. If you need anything, just reach out. We will do anything we can to help you. Who else can we watch? Nobody else was live. Oh, Scallum Little Boston. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. You're only in it because there's no one else to watch right now. Oh, well. Welcome anyway. It feels like the viewers get me over the hump when I want to punch somebody. Oh, my God, yes. I totally get that too, Lip Locked. Honestly. So today I had a bit of a laugh because it's so ridiculous. So most of you guys, oh, Toaster Oven's here. Hello. And that's another thing, like we talk about going into, some of the considered not popular. No, you're fine, Scallum Little Boston. No, it wasn't. It wasn't rude. It was just the way I read it. It was like, because we all know it's easy to misinterpret a written comment. It's fine. You're fine. I'm sure we all go into some of the not so favourable chats and you're worried about typing anything, because if you're seen in there, it could be the end of the world. And that happens clearly, as in my little thing. But I forgot where I was going with it. was something Lip Lock said. Yeah, it's been inspired by everybody's take on things. It's the comments in their chat, even as much as it is what that creator might be channeling. You know what I mean? It's just observing, listening to everything. Hi, Brandy. How are you? Lip Locked. Grammy's giving you lots of love. But yeah, a few of you were in here a few weeks back when a certain little creator, she did it twice over a matter of a month and faked her own death. Little Miss LC, Justice for Victims. Well, she's back on another 16 friggin' fake channels, calling out creators that they're bullies and they're this and that. And I've had enough, LC. You need to sit down, have a good fucking look in the mirror, because that's how I felt earlier, Lip Locked, about punching people. I don't like punching people, but I swear she's denying she ever faked her death. So am I, and I think there were like 70 or 80 people in the chat that night, especially with the last one where you died on the fucking freeway on the I-70. Remember that one? And you left a note in your pocket? Now we're all liars. She didn't do that. Come on now, Elsie. Don't come for me with all the comments I've left on some lives, usually when I'm pissed at them. Absolutely, go and lie down and listen. Give them ribs a rest. I don't know how you've even been able to go live and talk with broken lips to be broken ribs. You poor girl. I've only had them once, and oh my God, talk about pain. Did you see my comment above about Lip Lock's vid about listening and not commenting? I will go back up and try and find it, Miss Justice. Because I'm behind. Oh my God, Charlize's case. I want to talk about that too. I can't find it, Miss Justice. I don't understand. There's more to this Charlize Mutton case than they're letting on just yet, I think. I can't see it, Miss Justice. What do you mean? 6 up, hugs and love. Take care of yourself. Yes, definitely, Ray Ray. Be sure if I tell you I'm dead. Oh, look, it was funny this morning because, as you know, hubby, the three of us have been in lockdown for the last week with hubby testing positive first. No, she hasn't died again, Lip Lock, but she's on one of her new channels, Mystery the Case channel, streaming one of Outlaw Trucker's videos where he's addressing her lunacy. and saying she never did that she never faked her death twice. Now, she did it twice on 2 different lives of mine. So I don't take anything down unless unless I do something and a creator strikes me or whatever. I never ever take anything down. So them lives are still there as proof that is 1,000% what happened. Yes, it is toaster oven. The last time she did it on this channel, it was when we started speaking about Chase and his upcoming court hearing that has been adjourned again until April, just so everyone knows what's going on with the first one, because he has 2 court sittings this month. Every time I went to speak about Chase, stuff would happen. And in that particular one, it was that Elsie died on the I-70. She got run over and she's dead. Note to get in touch with Down Under her firing wish. Yeah, and yeah, so she's over on that one of her other new channels, denying it. She's never faked a death, da-di-da-di-da-di-da. And lip locked, that's when I had one of them moments where I was like aggravated and wanted to punch something. Okay, it was about watching a live and not commenting no matter how much you want to. I've done it a few times and do feel a lot better. Yeah, I get that too. Someone put out a challenge the other day. It was lip locked. That's what you're talking about. I'm with you now, Miss Justice. I watched Lip Lock's video and she said to do it for 24 hours. I think I lasted half an hour. I was actually going to email you, Lip Lock, to tell you I tried to do it. Because Lip Lock put out a challenge on one of her videos on her channel, and she said, try to go into lives, but don't look at the chat and do not comment in the chat. Just listen. And I said, oh, that's a really good little experiment. I'm going to do that. So as soon as her live finished, I go into another live. I swear it would have been like 22 and a half minutes later. I couldn't help myself. So I failed, Lip Lock, just so you know. But yeah, it all makes sense now what you were saying, Miss Justice. But you've managed to do it for a whole 24 hours. I can't keep my mouth shut that long. I just remember her hijacking the stage. I know. That was in the first vigil, wasn't it? The one where the news media and stuff were there. The first thing that came out of her mouth when she got up on that stage was, yes, I'm LC Justice for Victims and I have a YouTube channel. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I was just sinking in my seat. Like, oh, dear Lord. Sassy Noz. Hi there. I didn't even catch it for a few months. I always wondered now. Oh, I thought you meant here for a second. I was going to say, no, you're not blocked. Good to see you. Sassiness has been around since I very first started. I'm so excited to see you back. That's good. Her last wish was for Sharon was to be notified. Yeah, it was all just rubbish. But yeah, now that didn't happen, Grammy. So she's virtually calling all of us that were in that live or in both lives delusional, and we've made it all up. Yeah, that was her name, LC Justice for Victims. You didn't do it, Suzanne? We should try and do it at like maybe 12 hours. Hi, Denise. When I get that mad, just turn it all off. See, I don't have that willpower either. I really have to see it through. But I tell you a funny thing. We got up this morning and I said to hubby, he's like, how are you going today? You know, the way blokes talk. I said, yeah, I'm not too bad. I said, I feel a bit better than I did yesterday so far. Mind you, this is halfway through the first coffee. Took you long enough. Good on you, Miss Justin. Oh, I love you guys. And I said, I think I'll do a live today. And he goes, that's good. And he said, how come today specifically? More or less, why haven't you lately? And I don't know how we got it. I said, I feel a bit better today and, you know, I'm going to do it today. And I said, all my subs are going to leave me and think I've abandoned them. And Layla pipes up and says something like, has anyone faked dying again lately? Which blew me away, honestly. And he's looked at me like, what the fuck? So then I told him about the LC thing. And he's just sitting there looking at me like I was a freak. And he says, because he doesn't understand it all, and he goes, and you follow this stuff? And I said, no, do you know how hard it is to explain these situations to someone who does not do, he does Facebook, but that's it. And trying to explain to him what else he did and how we worked out she was lying and everything. And then the Lisa one, I thought, righto, you know about LC, I may as well tell you about Lisa's home life. And he could not believe it. If all else fails, deny, deny, deny. Hi, Leah Weston. Yeah, me too, Sassy Noz. But I've actually got 4 of them now because I found, remember, I bought my first set of Samsung little tiny earbuds and they were black ones and I lost one. And you just can't operate with one earbud because you've got to have one charging while the other one's in the case. But I lost it here in the studio. So hubby was ever so sweet and went and bought me a second pair. And I was all good again. And then I found the one I lost. So now I've got 2 full sets. So I never go without an earbud now. But the Samsung little ones that fit right inside your ear with no stem or anything on it, they're the best because you can sleep with your ear on the pillow and everything and it doesn't move. Hi, Sunny D. You do so say hi to me in other people's chats, you little devil. What's even more self-empowering is to read, chat, and refrain. Well, maybe that's where I went wrong. I don't get into fights in other people's chats, though. Like, I'm not down for that. I just don't. I wouldn't like someone to just come in here and start arguments with people that are in here every single time. So I won't do that in other people's chats. Like, I'll say what I think about something, but I wouldn't I wouldn't purposely go in there to have a beef with someone, put it that way. Mine wants to know how I can watch the Aussie Open and be in your chat at the same time. Women can multitask. I answered him. It's crazy. I can, like, Susan tried to call me out the other day. You know you did, because we were in Six Up Medias and I'm on the lounge stitching her quilt, which is coming along beautifully. I sent her a picture earlier. I'll show you guys shortly. And I was typing on my phone at the same time I was stitching, and she's called me out and she's like, yeah, can really see your hand stitching right now while you're typing. But I keep the needle in my hand and quickly type and then pick it. Like, the needle never gets put down. I know, I'm only playing. But yeah, it's amazing how many things we can manage to do all at the same time. And I've never been one to be able to just sit and look at a TV screen without doing something. Yeah, engineer, I agree with that. Actually, I've told a lie there, because there was one little creator that I didn't purposely go in there to attack. But I certainly did lose my ship. Denise says, my hubby just used to tell me to get off phone computer. How I wish he was here to tell me that. Oh my God, Denise. It's all them sorts of things, isn't it? I'm so sorry. It must be so, so hard. But we're here for you. Maybe if we tell you to get off him, it might make you feel a bit better. Yeah, it is respect. Yeah, she did. She told me to get back to sewing. Oh, my quilt is coming along. It is. Oh, Brandy's heading off to bed. Thank you for calling in, Brandy. Let me know how you get on at the doctor's. I love you too. Hopefully you get some good rest. That's the thing though, guys, with all this stuff going on, it's so hard. Like, you do your routine, you get yourself organized, you think you're going to bed, you might be lying down for an hour and something pops into your head and you're wide awake and you're straight back on YouTube again, and the whole cycle starts all over again. I'm finding this over and over, night after night, because I never get to see a lot of creators because they'll go live while I'm supposed to be sleeping. But lately, I haven't been missing that many. Just been a day, yes, missing him. Was married 43 years. Wow. We had our 33rd a couple of weeks ago on the 7th, Denise. 43 is such an accomplishment. You know, I was pretty lucky with him being, with the three of us being in isolation. It wasn't until yesterday that I was like, and I think it was because I was feeling really, really crappy, that he was on my nerves, like on my last nerve. And I just looked at him with that look, you know, that wife look where just please leave me alone right now. Because he's feeling so much better and back to his normal self. He's like jokester material again. And I wasn't. And I'm like, please go away. Next thing you know, we'll be breastfeeding cats on planes. We have to get back to our what the F Wednesdays. Because what day is it today? And I'm not joking, I have no clue. It is Wednesday for you guys. See, we should be doing that today. Next week we'll get back to normal schedule. At work, that was driving me mad. Now you're giggling. That's the way. That's what we want. Oh, here's Chris. How are you, Chris? Oh. Hi, Mustang Barb. Oh, my God, I'm so excited. So many people I haven't seen for ages. Thanks, guys. You've really made my day. Wound the clocks forward. Out of here, hubby. That's pretty good, though, seriously. When you're not used to spending day after day after day, like fully together, constantly, it took the 7th day for him to actually, for me, not him, for me, to finally be like, come on, dude. What the fuck is what? Well, that's what I think we only managed to do one. We started this what the fuck Wednesdays. So they're crazy, funny, criminal type stories. So if anyone has any they've come across, please email them to me. And then I can credit you on next Wednesday's live saying who sent it in, and because there's some funny criminal stuff out there, like that's not bad. Oh my God, Sassy Noz. I was watching that. Ernie was loving it, wasn't he? In Ziggy's live last night, Ernie Shell was sending a picture after picture after picture, and just the commentary that the girls were given on panel of Ernie's pictures. No, I haven't been in one of his lives forever. But some of the pictures were just, with the commentary that went along with what the ladies on panel were saying about Ernie, was so funny. Yeah, the whole AB thing with, and look, I'd never seen that channel that he's feuding with before until this week, Ion Entertainment. So they're a duo from what I can gather. I think the man's name's Bob, and he's legally blind. And the lady, I think they're now like in a relationship, and it's intense what's going on with them and AB. But yeah, their main channel as of the 31st of January is now. And I was confused with that because I thought if you were struck 3 times, Liplock, you need to drop your channel too, please. And if there's any other creators in here, is Duchess in here? Duchess. And I know the first thing you're going to say, no, I don't want to drop my own channel link. Liplocked, if you want to drop Duchess's link for her. And Duchess, if you want to drop lip lock for her, that would be awesome. And if there's any other creators that would like their links dropped, just let me know. I've emailed you, Sharon, about the BTK thing, but I'm not sure if you got it. It's been like a month. Oh, really, Sassy Nos? I will have a look for sure. Sorry. Oh, I do remember you talking to me about it now. I will definitely go back and have a look. Where am I? Katie Kitty, hello. Yeah, it was funny. It went forever though. That guy's had 1,000,001 different roles in life. They are still chatting about those pics. Are they really? Yeah, I don't know. I think he's just a bit of a showman. I don't take to him. I don't get him. I just don't know about him. He's just not he's not someone I think is as beneficial to all of these cases as he likes to make himself out to be. I just don't know. A guy who wears a cowboy hat inside constantly is a bit of a worry to me. It's just a bit weird. And he over accessorizes. They were talking about that on the panel last night, how he wears too much accessories. It was before Thanksgiving. Holy crap. Sorry, Sassy Nose, I will get onto it. I promise. As soon as I get off. He makes it all up? Yeah. You've watched them for a while, Liz. Oh, Elizabeth Lander. Yeah, I only come across them in the last week. It's good to see you, Elizabeth. Yeah, he is a showman. And what I don't get about, you know, the videos where he's actually caught predators in a park. There's one I watched where they caught this old bloke in a park. He thought he was there to meet a 13-year-old girl, and Ernie and his crew rock up and they did nothing. They told him to think about it next time he thinks of doing something like that again. They didn't ring law enforcement. They didn't do anything. Just told him to get on his way virtually. And I was like, what is the point? This guy is clearly a predator. He was clearly there for untoward things to happen to a minor, and you just tell him to get on his way, blisters and all. To me, that's not okay. What? Mama She 13 paid Doug $350 in 10 minutes just to talk to Ernie because she has a big crush on him. I was like, what the hell? Oh, wow. That is insane. You think he's bald, Sassy Nos? He might be. Who would pay $350 just to talk to Ernie? Go on Prayer Garden of America's channel and you can do it for free. I don't think he has caught anyone. He's full of it. Yeah, well, that's the only, that video I'm talking about now, I'm pretty sure it was on his YouTube channel. And I can remember the bloke when they virtually said to him, you know, you need to go home and think about it, like he's 10 years old. The guy had blisters from the shoes he was wearing, and he was complaining about having to walk home with blistered feet. And I was just in disbelief. I was like, I can't believe this is happening right now. They're just going to let him walk home. I'd seen AB in months, went in there, and it was horrible. Doug was awful. Oh, really? Doug was in the chat, was he, Elizabeth? Because I didn't think them two were getting along since the whole Doug and TM thing. Oh, that's lovely, Daisy. Going to go to finish arranging a trip to Queensland to see my mum. Much love. Much love to you too, Daisy. Oh, that sounds awesome. Now that you can go to Queensland, all our borders are open again. Oh, yeah, he did. He actually caused a really bad car accident doing it once too. Now, I think Elizabeth, can you clarify? Because I think AB and Doug are okay, aren't they? Because the little bit that Ion Entertainment streamed, Doug was in AB's chat and seemed to be talking respectfully. I don't know, Sassy Nods, why women think he's attractive. But now they seem like besties. So weird. But honestly, I refuse to go in Doug's now. He went too far one night. Yeah, I think he really, really regrets that night. It's cost him a lot of close relationships. I think that he'd built up over the last few months and it all got blown away. And, you know, I've known Doug for so long for these YouTube streets, and I expect him to have his little off the rocker rants every now and again, because I know he has certain triggers that he can't cope with. But a lot of people don't understand how emotional he can get. And he has to, for his sake, I hope he can start realizing that that the trigger has triggered and he can just shut down his life from that minute. You know, that little bit of self-control to say, okay, I'm not okay right now, I need to stop, and just shut down his life, because it's costing him big time. Because he's not like that all the time. And I'm not giving him a pass. Sharon, did you hear I've been arrested by alcohol, tobacco and firearms, and I'm currently in custody? Really, lip locked? And you're currently in custody? You just heard it from Gigi yesterday. Oh, Gigi knows more than all of us put together, doesn't she, lip locked? Now, I want everyone's opinion. I need to know, do you guys think Gigi has serious issues, or do you think every post Gigi puts up is just for attention? So people say, oh, did you hear what Gigi said about this one or that one? Because honestly, she's not the full quid. Yeah, he did, Sassy Nos. Now, I'm pretty sure he knows it. He would have known like 5 minutes after that live. He probably knew it while it was happening, but he couldn't control it and didn't know when to stop. He just can't let it go. Is the mail running from the US to Australia? Yeah, I think so, Bloodhound. How are you, Bloodhounder? I'm pretty sure it still is. I've said I shut out AB when he decided to make fun of my age and multiple sclerosis. It was very hurtful. I haven't watched AB for months and months and months. I subbed to him and Tiffany on the same day. His mouth and the way he speaks to women, I don't respect a man that. Now, we all have our issues with the way Benny speaks about women, how Scott H speaks about women. Doug, but if you listen to all of them, most of them are just words rolling off tongues. But with AB, to me, it's different. There is such malicious intent in the way he speaks. Like, it's with conviction. Like, I can't explain what I'm trying to say in words, but he really, really means, if he could hurt you physically in that moment when he's talking about certain things, you know you would be gone. And there's a difference, in my opinion. Like he said about that Laurie, he would kick her in the, someone please remind me. He threatened her yesterday. Kick her in the teeth, and there were like 3 threats in one statement. And it was really chilling. That's the word. He's chilling when he's speaking about women, when he wants to hurt them. Whereas some of them are just like, oh, you know, she's a bitch or whatever, you know. AB's different in the way he comes across, and it's evil to me. Yes, in the stream, they bad to the eye people, brutal. I was sad about Doug that night. Yeah. Doug just outed Ernie tonight. You're kidding me. I've been on for an hour and already we're missing chapters. But Liplocked, I can't understand Gigi from Travis Scott being whoever's father, all her shenanigans. It's just beyond me. And I was glad to see that Jace for Justice has apologised to Cam and Ali. And I thought that was big of her to do that, because all of that was uncalled for and unnecessary. They're making your head spin like Linda Blair. Yes. I've been saying that for months and months, Liplocked, about the orchestrated fights just to get views. So now at the moment we've got Laura and Molly going at it big time. And then you've got that other new lady. Oh, she's probably not new, but I've only just come across her. That Savage Live lady. She doesn't like Laura. I don't think she likes Molly either. And I don't understand that channel. I don't know if she's a true crime channel or she's a drama channel. But the couple of times I've just gone in there to have a look, she's just, you want to talk about like the way males talk about females, you need to go in there and listen to the way females talk about females. It's like, whoa. It makes my couple of rants that I've done look like I'm an angel, I'll say that. Well, if hi, wee Frosty Donny. Well, if Gigi said it, it must be true. Oh, she does. I don't know. I thought you're only allowed to upload so many videos a day. I swear to God, that woman does like 20 uploads a day with all this science fiction, conspiracy rubbish. Leah Weston says, it shows you who between the two of them have character. I felt sorry for Josh being put in that position. Yeah, he definitely was. But I'm sad that now we don't have, because them together on them funny lives were good. I miss them together having a laugh and a joke and it not being so serious all the time. It was over the top. I've never ever been in a DV situation, but it felt like I was in one. It was so bad. I felt abused. I can't go back. He hid it though. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't good, Sassy Noz. I agree with you. Totally agree with you. And he knows it too. That's why he took it down. He knew straight away he'd done the wrong thing. I'm so glad this psycho is telling everyone something they must have forgotten about themselves. Oh, Chris, I love your way with words. But her husband's in on it too, Celeste. He's just as bad. DK, who is Gigi? Josie, Gigi is that channel JFTK Gigi, and then she changes the words at the end of it like every second day. So I don't know what the end words are, but it's JFTK, then a little dash, then she'll have Gigi, then another little dash, and then Sunny D says, I'm only subbed to a select few on YouTube as far as true crime. I'm done with drama. I do not watch Gigi. No, I don't watch either. I just look at the thumbnails and you can get it right there, exactly what she's on about. You don't have to watch anymore. Oh, she's going to follow community guidelines now. She's been reported. Well, fancy that. Oh, thank you, Duchess. Oh, Libby's here. Hello, Lib. How are you? 5150, Katie says for Gigi. Did I just say T. Riley? I did. Hey, T. Riley, how are you? That is such a good way of putting it. I think you've got comment of the day, Chris. So far, I'm so glad this psycho is telling everyone something they must have forgotten about themselves. You guys can say things so much better than me sometimes. I just love it. She laughs a lot about things that are not funny. She's very odd. And Griff didn't last long. I see he's back and up to his paranoid little self. Yeah, I think they're just, I don't know for sure whether they had words or anything. I have no idea, Chris. I just sort of observed that they haven't done anything together for ages. And I've noticed that Chris McDonough visits Josh now and doesn't Doug. Like, that's pretty obvious as well. Oh, really? But he did the apology on his second channel. And I was a bit disappointed in that. I've got to turn this cooler on. It's getting really, well, really hot in here. I was disappointed that he did his Ziggy rant on his main channel. But the very next morning, he went on his second channel to apologise for his behaviour. And yes, he did. Hang on, I've got to shut the door. He did say he had, what did he say? He was going to apologise to Josh. I can't quite remember, but I just thought, dude, it all happened on your main channel, so you should be apologising on your main channel, not your second channel. But that was just my thoughts on that. But yeah, I don't know if they've had words or anything. Last time they told you no parcels. Really? Yeah, I think he has too, Sassy Nos. It's too expensive, Bloodhander, for you guys to post things from America to Australia. It is insane. It's really expensive. Josh does have class. He's very much like my son, and they're around about the same sort of age. My daughter was, I've got to tell you this story. So, as you know, Layla and I are now still in lockdown till next Wednesday, but school resumes in Australia. It would be Layla's very first day at high school next Tuesday, okay? But we aren't allowed to leave the house until Wednesday. So she was really upset because she's going to miss the first day, and I think going on the second day, she feels like it's going to be awkward and horrible and stuff. So we were going to go shopping last Thursday, Friday to get all our new uniforms and stationery packs and shirt, like shoes, the whole bit. But because we went into lockdown with hubby last Wednesday, obviously we haven't been able to go and do anything. So I messaged my youngest daughter this morning and I said, would you mind going and getting Lay everything so she can start school? It might lift her spirits up a bit because she was feeling pretty crappy about it all. So Shelby goes, and so they did like a Facebook Live in the shop. So Lay still got to pick what school bag and pencil case she liked, and the shoes she liked. Like Shelby went live in the shops, so Lay still got to pick everything, which was awesome. Like, technology is so wonderful when it's used for the right things, and got everything on the list she needed, okay? She brings everything, drops it on the doorstep. We have a fun little time, and it does a little fashion parade in the new high school clothes. And Shelby sends her a little FaceTime message and says, did I get everything that you needed? You know, make sure everything fits. They're chatting backwards and forwards. Well, she forgot texters, markers, I think you guys in America call them. You have to listen to this. This is my 26-year-old daughter when she's in one of her crazy funny noises, moods. So Layla has asked her, Shelby has asked Layla, did I forget anything? And this is Shelby's response.
None texters at all. I will go back tomorrow, see if they have texters back then, but they had none. I searched everywhere, no texters.
Could you guys hear that? She is a nutter. There is not, she's really, really big on fake accents. So she was pretending she was Asian. I don't know if you could hear it properly. No, that's what I mean. It was a non-apology. He should have said nothing. Go to just the receipts if anyone missed it. She lays it all out. I'm sorry, but you don't call anyone a bad part unless they are like Don Wells. Yeah, I get that, Chris. Ernie has been going around trying to get dollars to help his cause. Yes, he's been dropping the Catchup and the PayPal thing quite a bit too. Said he was instrumental in Save Our Children Act. Doug had an attorney question him last night. Really? Whoa. It is all clicks and cash. Hi, Kiwi Nana. Welcome. If they do the drama to get likes when they aren't too clever, I stopped watching TMAB and Doug months ago, soon after the first drama started. I tried to follow, but no. See, I'm exactly the same. Like you start getting red flags like, oh, and then it's like, yeah, no, I'm done. You should watch Doug's 2.0 channel. The info he found out was great about the real non-profit. Okay. Thanks, Toaster Oven. I always forget about everyone's second channels. She shows up with different names a lot. Did you now think her husband was a psycho? I mean, he has to be looked what he is married to. Well, yeah. They say if you're with someone long enough, you end up becoming what that person is. I hope in our case, I've become more like hubby, which I think I have because I'm probably more nicer than I used to be. But I wouldn't go back either. He left Josh in really bad place. When Josh went off camera, I knew that Josh was like hurt too. But why did Doug not reach out to his friend and apologise? Yeah, I think he might have been thinking, I've done it now. Like, but I didn't know he didn't apologise at all. I love that. Wee Frosty Donny. The only good thing about seeing a promo for Gigi is I instantly go to take my meds. Oh my God. I've only watched Gigi twice. My mods monitor channels for me. It's just Gigi. I should put it in the banner. Hollyberry Gigi is that JFTK/Gigi, whoever she is on the day lady, with all the really wild out there conspiracy theories. Yeah, I felt really sorry for Josh that night. Like you could see it on his face, and he was like shrinking in that chair with every word that Doug said. Most respect. Toaster Open says that 130-minute thing he did tonight would be worth the watch. Most respectable and informative show he has ever done, promoting the true Save Our Children Act. Okay. Is that Doug you mean, Toaster Oven? Not my monkeys, not your circus? Oh, you're kidding me. Is that real, Sassy Nos? Are you kidding? Not at all. Oh, that's disappointing. I've noticed, not that I've watched any of them, but I've noticed he's doing a few lives with Crime and Justice as co-host. Oh, wow. I'm really disappointed in that. I know it's none of my business, but I honest to God believed he reached out to Josh and apologised to him. Oh, wow. That's not good, is it? How did I not know any of this? He did say he was, but he never did. Josh will tell you. Oh, my God. I would love to have Josh on panel here. I might see if he will. Not to talk about Doug, I would like to hear more about Josh himself and the way he's coped with things and his story. You know, I think he's such an inspiration. And when it's your channel, you don't like to go on and on about yourself and your story. I might email him and see if he would be okay with that. What do you guys think? Would you like to hear more about Josh for Josh? Yeah, you can tell there's a lot of respect between Chris and Josh, but Chris was really good to Doug too. Like the three of them together were actually really, really entertaining. Doug would have Don Wells or slip and say he talked to Don Wells. I love Josh. No, he's a really great kid in my book, and I respect him and admire his self-control and the way he portrays himself as a man. Yeah, I just haven't been in there very much at all lately, Elizabeth, with Doug, just because there's been so many other things going on. He hasn't contacted Chris either. Oh. Yeah, well, it's horrible. Doug, you need to fix this, man. It might not be fixable now. Like, how many weeks has it been? 3 weeks? And you haven't reached out to... That's not cool, buddy. Grammy, Libby and Duchess have such soothing voices. I got about 5 minutes into them on panel together and I fell asleep. I woke up for a second, commented something, and went right back to sleep. Oh my God. I love both of them to death. They're my girls. Oh, did you? Oh, Duchess, you have to let me help you if I can help you in any way. I'll have to go over and watch it on Outlaw Trucker's channel. Where is he? I'll drop the link for it. Outlaw. I have trouble finding his channel. Here he is. So it was today, Duchess. Here it is. It only goes for 6 seconds. Is that right, Duchess? I don't think it's still up. Here we go. The nose is going to start running again now. I know I was over there with Libby yesterday. Well, yesterday, my time's live. Did Libby go live today too? Because I didn't see that. I'm definitely going to email Josh when I get off here and see if he would be up to talk to us about his story. It's good. You don't... Just one thing I've observed in all my years of following true crime, you don't get a lot of males talking about their journeys and what they've been through. It's mostly females, isn't it? Of horror stories and everything else. And it's really prevalent that we have more males speak up about DV and things that they grew up with as well. Well, Katie Kitty, I just don't like the fact that he's going from channel to channel to channel to channel, dropping PayPal and Catchup, wanting everyone to donate. Like, what are you doing? Why do you need the money? You need to show proof of what you're actually doing with whatever foundation you're saying you're working for. Where is Summer? I mean, like, where is she? And why did they get rid of her toys and clothes? Well, I can't remember whose channel it was yesterday, but they were saying that the bikers called off their trip because Ronnie Lawson told them not to bother. because it will be closed very soon. So I'm hopeful. I really, really am hopeful that something's going to happen in the next couple of weeks. When he got up, he was asking about Libby. Huh? Really? God, you're on it, Sassy Noz. And it's because I haven't been in that. Like, I haven't been going into Doug's lives and seeing what's going on. And do you know when I stopped? I can tell you right now. It was that night with Ziggy, but also leading up to that night, every second live, he had Jodie Sue on panel, and I couldn't. I just can't. So that's when I sort of stopped going there, because I just couldn't handle listening to her anymore. Just can't. But hasn't that been peaceful? That we don't have to put on her channel hopping as well, and all her bloody bullshit that puts another layer of BS on everything. Josh is hilarious. He is. Did you guys see when Ernie fell over on the ice on Prayer Gardens Live? I think Maleficent clipped it. It was hilarious. Like, I know it would hurt, but it was still funny. Yeah, that's not good. I'm really disappointed in Doug. I'm going to email him and say, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Because I do it. I used to do it to him back in Oran and Orson West case. Like, not abusive, but like, come on, man. This is not okay. It's sad to me. Why people don't apologise equals. This is Leah Weston. Because apology means they are wrong, and being wrong means they have to admit it to themselves and put in change. Ego doesn't like being wrong. Humans are allergic to it. Yeah. I'm the first one to, like, honestly. But that sort of explains a little bit, Leah, as well, why he went to his second channel to apologise for his behaviour, and he didn't apologise to Ziggy for what Ziggy did in his chat, but he apologised for the way he reacted. And I sort of, even with that, I was a little bit like, nah. Anyway. Celeste says, conspiracy theories I've never even heard before, and I worked for the US Attorney's Office and my hubby was Secret Service. Holy crap, Celeste. I think Gigi gets them from outer space. There's a new show that everyone here in Australia is really into that I watch 15 minutes of, and I'm like, oh, please. It's a new show. I think it's on Netflix. Layla's actually watching it at the moment. It's called Manifest. And every time I look at the screen, I think of Gigi, because it's all secret. People were kidnapped off a missing aircraft and all this sort of shit. And I'm just like, oh, the Gigi show's on. That's what it reminds me of. Yeah, Hollyberry, she's just, I'll show you. And Duchess, I can't find the live. It's got the one, the LC one where Outlaw's calling her out, It's got a 6-second one. And then the other one is from yesterday. So there's no live there right this minute from today. I'm going to show you guys what her thumbnails look like. Holly Berry, because she doesn't know. This is one of her channels. She is really, like, you can see how many that I've watched. 2. They're just out there. Karen, not Don's mum, so who are the Trents? Karen, not Don's mum, so let's learn all about the 78-year-old. It's just crazy conspiracy. This is Scott H. Chase. Like, she thinks these weird people she finds on Facebook are like Scott H. And it's just bizarre stuff, guys. You will lose brain cells, honestly. Everything is twisted, cryptic, conspiracy madness. But she still pulls like roughly 300 to 900 views. Oh, this one she got 8.2 thousand views. But people just go there for a laugh because she's a nutter. I know, Sassy Noz. That's what we were watching on Ziggy's last night. Oh, he did he, Sassy Noz? I have to go and have a look at that. Hi, Elena's View. How are you? And from what I've gathered last night on John A. Scandal's channel, he's not going to do any more lives from that channel. He's going to be doing everything from his John Crimes channel, just as a little public service announcement for anyone who didn't see that. If you're looking for videos from John, everything is going to be on his John Crimes channel from now on, he was saying last night. Yeah, that's really, I honest to God didn't know that, Sassy Nos, so I'm dumbfounded. But I did see him yesterday in that live chat of AB's that was streamed against that other Ion Entertainment channel. No, so with any of our channels, we're all trying to build a brand and obviously trying to get a good name, most of us, for our channels and be a certain way. So if you want your brand to have a certain feel and look, and you're mixing with people that are not like-minded and behave in a certain way, that reflects back on you. So you have to make a choice, don't you? Because someone else's channel and the way they behave can kill your channel out. So I understand why they've pulled away, but him not apologising to them as well is not good. Physically or mentally, he wanted to do a show. I do remember that. He wanted to start doing a series of shows on victims speaking out about their experiences. But I don't think he went ahead with it, did he, Chris? You've got to be careful with that. Like, I have so much respect for Emerald Flowers. Remember, she come on live with Dr. Latina and Liz and told us her story about her murdered 10-year-old son and what their family went through before, during, after. But that case is closed and he's locked up, and hopefully he will stay locked up longer than he was sentenced to. Hi, Rhonda H. Yeah, I do too. I miss them together. But yeah, it's probably a good thing that they're not together. Hi, Jackie Jude. Yeah, it's... But yeah, you've got to be careful if people's cases might be still ongoing and things like that. You have to make sure it's really done and dusted, not going back to court anytime soon, or there could be big problems. That's what I do when confronted by a situation that takes me back to that place. I freeze. Yeah. You know, my hubby, we've never had a DV situation, but I can tell you he can give you a look, and just that look is enough for me to think, oh my God, you know, like, where did that come from? And that's only a look. I grew up in that situation where the stepdad was forever bashing my biological mother and everything. Like, I can remember that we were camping out in the middle of the bush one time, and he picked up a rabbit trap and he was trying to strangle her with a rabbit trap, all that sort of stuff. So I do fully understand what triggers are when men get, not only men, but people are losing their cool, and I freeze as well. And I'll get instantly sweaty, heart rate's going 100 miles an hour. I get it. Yeah. Yeah. See, this is where I start getting a little bit like, are people aligning with certain people just to piss another person off type situation? Rhonda H. Yeah, I don't get it either. I'm with you on that, because I was quite surprised when he went up there. Not that I want him to fight with her or anything like that, but I don't know. I just think I don't know how to say it. I think people are dumbing themselves down hanging out with her. Ernie, Gabby B. How are you? Ernie's going from channel to channel. If you want to support our foundation, here's the Cash App, here's the PayPal links, you know. And he doesn't give a lot of information on what they're actually doing. He says they're going from state to state. They're going to 30 states in so many days and they're doing this, but doing what? You know? He doesn't actually say exactly what they're doing. Outlaw is going to check about the video. Oh, cool. Thanks, Duchess, because it's not there. I'm in the videos. So there's three, well, the LC one, 6 hours ago. There's the Harmony one, but it only goes for 6 seconds. And then the other ones are from yesterday and older. Look at Duchess's beautiful picture. She is a goddess, not a duchess. Have a look at her. She is stunning, people. Absolutely stunning. It's a terribly awful feeling. I describe it as a huge terror. Just, yes. And do you get really, really hot, Leah? Like you feel like your whole body's on fire? Because that happens too when I get like that. Yeah, I don't know. Some people just feel, see, no, I can't do that. Lip locked. I wouldn't do it for me, never alone go on someone else's panel and do it. It's just not who I am to ask and ask and ask and ask. Oh, really, Chris? Font changer. Is that like an app on your phone? Layla knows how to do it. She did it for me one time, but it gave me a headache reading the different font. I don't know, Grammy. It's just something that was said in one of the, I can't remember even whose chat I was in, but they said that Ronnie Lawson told them not to come because an arrest would be made soon, or arrests would be coming very soon. He was on such a good run there for ages too, Dougie boy. I try to support all the good ones, but I still go in and watch some of the ones that, you know, I don't think are as good as others as well. Yeah, flight or fight. When I was younger, I used to always get the flight thing. I had to go, I've got to go, I've got to go. But I didn't know where. It was just this overwhelming sensation that I had to go. It still happens every now and again, but not like it used to, like in my 20s. It was really bad. I'm sure he will, Chris. From a company that he advertised right after happened. Yeah, I did hear that they pulled a sponsorship on Josh. That was horrible too. I don't know if he's just too embarrassed to say sorry, maybe. Jodie Sue is still live a couple of times a day. She's still talking. Hi, Crystal Langford. Yeah, I don't go to her Facebook thing. Like, honestly, there's nothing I hear that I think is beneficial. I think if you're in such a bad way and you are so frightened and scared for your children's well-being, you would not be panel hopping 12 hours a day. That's just the way I look at it. Hi, Pippi Longstockings. Oh my God, it's been a day with some awesome subs I haven't seen for ages. No, I agree with you, Pippi. They're not. Especially every single one of them you've just listed. Because they're the most dramatic, the ones who cause the most upheaval and distractions and drama. So people aren't talking about summer. They're actually just fighting. And they're not legit there for summer like they make out they are. You've now one comment of the day, Pippi, because that's it in a nutshell. And it's like they get so greedy. It's all so competitive. Soon as one of these lists starts seeing the other channels, subs or social blade income going up and up and up, the other ones will come in like crows after roadkill, like beat them down because they're getting more than we are and we've got to outdo them. And that's not making it about summer, in my opinion. I've been saying it for weeks and weeks because everything. So I say what I think, like Pippi just did, right? And I will call out Ziggy or I'll call out Molly and say what I think about her. So if you think of Ziggy's 15,000 subs, there's going to be at least, I don't know, say 50 that might be in my community. Straight away, because I've said something negative about Ziggy, then 50 people hate me now. Do you know what I mean? And when you're doing it over a few weeks and sticking to your belief and your statement, it has a roll-on effect. So instead of your channel growing and being more productive and stuff, it's going backwards. But that doesn't bother me because I am here for the right reasons. And if that's the way people want to be, they're better off not being here. You know, I'm here for the long haul and I don't care if people unsub because I have a certain way of thinking. Just like I was explaining about going into Benny's chat and just saying, hi, Benny, and chat. And all of a sudden I need to get a fucking backbone and goes to show who I am and all this sort of thing. And then being blocked. Like, I don't need that person in my life or on my channel. But I'm fine with losing subs and going backwards, but I'm still going to say, Ziggy, you were wrong for speaking about that teenage boy while he was in your care on that trip. Like, if you don't want people talking about stuff that you do on your channel, don't talk about it. It's that easy. Gigi had the aliens come get her. and rearrange a couple of brain cells when they send her back to YouTube. Oh my God. It is. It's like Close Encounters of the Third Kind or something. That sort of aura, mystic thing happening with her. Zig just went live. MGL went live the minute Crude AF went live. Have you noticed that, Gabby B, in the last 48 hours, how many hours a day MGL's been live? Yesterday, if you put all her lives together on her main channel and her second channel, I think she went live for like 16 hours. And it's like every single time one of the clip channels go live, she would go live against it every single time. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm fine with it. Like, I've been on, so what happens is my sub counter sort of stay about the same, and I'll do a live and I will gain, say I gain 3 subs by the same time the next day, I would have lost 6. So it's like up, down, up, down, up, down, just because I keep opening my mouth and saying what I think. But that's me. That's who I am. I'm not going to change that. And that's just the way it is. I don't like, Johnny is how I started in true crime on YouTube. Oh, really, Sunny D? He is amazing on his other channel. The one he did on that young lady, oh my God. Some of them are just blow your mind. He's a very, very clever man. MGL is a fucking drama queen who thinks her shit don't stink. She's off her rocker, high on something, and just tacky, in my opinion. Yes, absolutely. But she's trash at the same time, isn't she? She likes to, she has a high opinion of herself and her, what she feels is a lavish lifestyle. And probably compared to a lot of people, it's lavish. But she thinks she is God's gift to every man on earth. And to me, I know I'm not a man, but I don't feel like she is attractive in any way, shape, or form. But she thinks she does. And she thinks everyone's just in love with her. And her 50-odd subs might be in love with her, but she's not what she thinks she is. Sassy Nos says, can you imagine, though, losing a paid sponsor, one that you've had a rapport with? He said he wouldn't be shocked if he lost more and didn't blame them, poor guy. Yeah, Doug has cost him a lot. I'm confused. How did you do that? That's so cool. I don't know what to call you, but it's really cool the way you've done that. And welcome. Join my nut house, Gabby B. Hello. I don't know who you are. But thank you for calling me beautiful. I don't feel beautiful at all today. You should see my head. Oh. It's crazy, all right. And she's so... guys, if any one of you, my head can't understand. So if you look at MGL and TM's relationship over the last 9 months, that say 7 months since Summer's case started, they were full on together nearly every day during Cash Gernon's case, and they professed their undying devotion and love for each other, and they're such close friends. They're on the phone to each other all day, every day. Then they have an a YouTube fallout. There is no sincere sadness, or do they really move on from these fights without any emotion? Or, you know, if I've got a group of you that you all know who you are, that I interact with most days. If I had any sort of text war or, you know, conversation and we weren't okay, I would be truly upset, devastated, not be able to go live. I would be a bawling mess. But these people just kick on like it's nothing. So how deep do they really care for each other? Like Laura and Molly right now, they all just talk shit about each other to, I don't know, I can't explain it, but I would be a mess if I had to go through something like that with any of you. It would upset me to tears, and I would genuinely not be okay. But it doesn't seem to affect these people like that at all. So that's another way you can tell that it's all just fake shit, in my opinion. I tell you what, yesterday I was actually watching a live trial. Oh, it wasn't live. It was live a month ago, and our American friends might know the case, but I'd never heard of it before yesterday. I love watching court trials, and this one was about a really famous snake breeder, Ben. The wife is now in jail for 13 years. Her name's Lynley Rennick. Does anyone know that story? It blew my mind. Summer's case has become such a circus, and so many people doing exactly what MGL is doing after calling Summer a cash cow. The whole lot is sickening to me. Me too, Gabby. And you have a look at how many new channels just in the last 3 weeks have popped up. And it's all for that reason, in my opinion. Apparently he's been around for years and years. The princess guy. Because he was on the wife swap episode too, wasn't he? He was the kid's nanny. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, the Lynley Rennick court trial. She's a little piece of work, that one. Oh, Sunny D. No, thank you. I'm honoured that you did come in and spend some time with us. Well, that's good. Hopefully you can go and have some rest. And I will be back tomorrow because hubby's going to work tomorrow. 180 pills is a high 30-day dose, let alone a week. Holy crap. Oh, thanks, Miss Justice, for sharing Josh's channel. The 2 times I sent you a super chat, you said, no, Chris, you don't have to. You didn't want to take it. Other people don't even say thank you for super chats. I appreciate you. Oh, thank you. No, because I don't like I feel awkward. You know, I'm not here to make money. Never have been. Never want to be. That hollow bunny got nothing to say I care to hear. Yep, I'm hearing you. Lip locked. I just love the way lip locked. I'll be sitting there really intently listening to her like she's on point. She's so eloquent, you know. I'm really feeling the sophisticated verbiage and her direction and where she's going with her story and her point. And then all of a sudden she'll let out the, and you fucking hear me? Oh, I love it. Because she always gets me when I'm not expecting her to come out with it. It's just gold. I think you're priceless, Lip Locked, and I love you. What's sad is CM was watching and tried to intercept the situation. He's always tried to mentor Doug. Yeah, I have too. Maybe he will come to the light and realise what he's lost. I think he already realises though. But yeah, I meant that, what I was saying before about it's so easy for them to just hate on each other instantly after they have one of these arguments. And they're not just an argument, they bring in panel, especially MGL. She brings in panel after panel to badmouth whoever she's got with the shits with at the time. And then the 500 or 600 people in her chat are now hating on that person as well. And that to me is sickening. Don't you think watch Gigi and watching Jodie Sue is kind of the same? Yes. Although I can sort of understand Gigi a little bit better than I can understand Jodie Sue. Yeah, it is childish and jealousy. That's what I'm saying. If they get more subs or if they're getting more super chats than the other one, it's just on. Like Donkey Kong. Like, no, you will not have more than me because I'm now going to tear you down. And it's the statements like, I will destroy you. I will break your channel. And you're sitting there thinking, are you for real? You're going to destroy? They have this perception that they're godlike creatures and their influence is so powerful. And I'm just sitting there like, whatever. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Gabby. That's what I'm about. I don't care if I lose subs, but I'm still going to say what I think. Oh, shush. And call out the crap. Us Aussies are sort of renowned for that. Tracy Sharon would rather have 1 sub than 20. Yeah, exactly, Chris. There's a reason why I considered, oh, Jackie Jude, you are just a little sweetie. It is a small group, but I think we're the best group. I really, really do. Hi, Hurricane. That crazy. What about her family? Whose family? Sharon cares about her friends and the truth, not the money. No, that's so true, Duchess. I'm like that in real life too. That's what I say and do here is exactly who I am. I don't pretend to be anything. It's just me. Zig needs to concentrate on her child, homeschooled, and she's on live so long. I just think Zig needs to stop talking about things she shouldn't be talking about, period, in her private life. For her own sake and for her daughter's sake. You will see other subs that your personality matches on same channels. Does Australia have Teddy Grahams? I don't know what a Teddy Graham is, 10-9. Is that like cheesecake? It must be something edible. And hi, Nancy. Yeah, we've all got it at the moment too, Nancy. Well, hubby's out of isolation today, so he's happy he can leave. But Layla and I are stuck here till next Wednesday. She's been so good, guys. Oh my God. Like, I know she's not a little kid, but I'm so proud of the fact that she hasn't, like most kids, even 12, 13-year-olds would be whinging and whining and I'm bored and what can I do and all that sort of stuff. And she's just so, I don't know, she's just so good, and she's not complaining or whinging, because it would be 100 times worse if she wasn't. If she was complaining, I would be beside myself because I wouldn't know. Other than like doing the crafty things and stuff like that, there's only so much you can do. So I'm really thankful and proud of her that she's I have a few. It's like we follow each other from channel to channel. I know, Chris. I do that with lots of you guys. It's called delusions of grandeur. Is exactly. Oh, I love that term. Twiggy. Delusions of grandeur. That's exactly how they think of themselves, don't they? That is it in a nutshell. Starts inside. She is neither physically attractive or attractive as a person, in my opinion. I don't know how her husband puts up with her, meaning MGL. Oh my God, the look and ask thing. Honestly, this is what I mean about, you go into chats and you know you've been there a bunch of times lately because you start talking like they talk. Because I said to the dogs the other day, the little buggers will try and run inside as you walk inside through one of our glass sliding doors. Every single time they'll do it. And I said, get your ass outside, look at us. You know, it's just funny how. And hubby's like, what? And I said, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You don't get it. Look at us. But I think he's doing a better job at being more self-aware of the way he's acting at times. He's still going to be Benny. He's still going to be off the charts. But in between all the off the charts, he does have some good information and good perceptions, in my opinion. I'm glad that Jay for Justice apologised to Cam and Ali. I thought that was big of her. I hope it was authentic. Okay, can someone please tell me who that is? It's driving me crazy because I don't know what to call them. They need to get a real job and give them benefits and forget their YouTube career. Yes. But see, that's where a lot of them get crazy too, because they don't have a backup. Like YouTube is their livelihood. So they get insane because they've now got to a point where YouTube is funding their life. Probably not so much for Molly because she brags about having the hubby with the big income, but a lot of them are now depending on this amount of people in their chats for views and so many super chats a month. And when that starts getting knocked about, that's why they're going insane. They're not sticking up for a cause or, you know, I'm so passionate about this and that's why I don't like that person anymore. Like, keep it real. This is why you're insane, is because you've got to make rent this month. You've got electricity this month. You're cleaning your oven. How rude, Jackie Jude. I'm joking. I can't even remember the last time I cleaned my oven, to be honest. I'm gathering, because we're going to do house extensions and the whole kitchen, laundry, the other half of our dining area is all coming off. I decided I'm not going to clean the oven anymore because it's all going to the rubbish tip. Like, I could clean it and probably sell it on one of the buy, swap and sells or something because it's not that old. I just hate it. I hate it with a passion. I hate the kitchen. I cannot wait for it to go. So we're going to be putting on like a big brand new kitchen and open plan lounge room dining areas with an alfresco part, plus another bedroom for hubby and I with an ensuite and a laundry and a walk-in pantry. And I want a walk-in linen cupboard, not just a linen press like with sliding doors or whatever. I want a linen room because with my quilts, I do not have enough storage space for quilts. So I want a whole room, just like, when I say a whole room, I don't mean a huge room, but a small room just for linen. And things like, you know, your Dyson and things like that, like a utilities room, but that's the plan. And it better be happening this year or I'm not going to be happy. That sounds bitchy, doesn't it? Sounds like a spoilt little brat. No, we've been planning it for like 7 years. The pool has sort of threw us in a pickle. So that's going to be happening. The new pool will arrive the first week in April. We'll get all that sorted and finished. The fiberglass one we're going with now. And once that's sorted, then the house will start. Because now when we have family get-togethers, we have to go to my son's because we just don't have the room with 5 grandkids and everything. It's just not big enough. Princess Leah Watson says, makes you wonder how HW treats his daughter in private if he says shit like that in public. Yes. I know. Yes, for 5 or 6 years. I remember that, Gabby B. But you never, I don't know. I know he's a boy and stuff, but it doesn't seem like she does much with him, really. Good night, Holly Berry. Thank you so much for coming in, spending some time with us. No, you're not talking too much, Sassy Noz, never. God, I wouldn't be sitting here if you guys weren't talking. I mean, who do these people think they are? Pippi, you know that old saying, buy you at your price, sell you at mine? That comes into my thoughts every single day with quite a few of them because they have such high opinions of themselves. What gives these folks the right to insult and attack other creators to the point of tears and depression? A.F. Pennington had the most incredible... Oh, my God. I had a rant about what they did to A.F. Pennington a few lives back, Pippi. I was not happy. And that's when I get the most cranky. I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but that's when I get really, really aggravated and I do get heated and lose my shit, is when I see things exactly like what Pippi's saying here. What that panel on J for Justice did to A.F. Pennington and accused her of faking her seizures and her illness. And I get more defensive and outraged when I see things happening to good people, whereas they do it to me and I'm like, oh, whatever, I don't care, because I really don't care what they think of me. But when I see them doing it to other people, I just lose it and I can't cope with it. And yeah, that's what I'm like in real life. MGL's been doing this for years, Gabby B says. All her followers find out what she is like the hard way. Some lose a lot while others just walk away. Her subs are constantly changing. Yes. And do you know who is next in firing line, in my opinion, with MGL? Is Justice for All. Mark my words. It's not going to be long and he's going to be crying and distraught and upset because she has done it to him as well. It's coming. It's my little prediction. He will be her next victim. But I don't understand them as well because they just feel like they have to have that creator in love with them, and not in love with them, but they have to be recognized and close to that creator, like they're God, like the people in the chat. That's half the reason why they throw such big super chats up, is because they want their name on the screen so the creator sees them and acknowledges them and all that sort of stuff. Like, that's messed up as well when you think about it. I'm not sure why she got involved. Pippi says now she is being run off YouTube by a bunch of bullies. I'm not sure why she got involved with BK, but she's a talented creator and deserves to be here just as anyone else. Who do you mean, Pippi? I don't know which creator you're talking about. Someone that was involved with BK. don't know. Yeah, I do enjoy hers too. I drop them every stream. Yes, she does. You're a good girl, Duchess. Thank you. No, it wasn't directed at you, Sassy Nos. They're just links that the girls drop all the time. And please drop your channel links. Gabby B, I have noticed Batgirl hasn't been giving her super chats lately. She's a big super chatter lady. She would drop over $100 in a matter of 30 minutes. I've seen her in a few of Ziggy's where she's dropped like 300 or 400 in one live in $100 increments. You wonder if she opened her eyes with Aya? I don't know. Oh, you too, Nancy. Thank you for dropping in. Damn, Sharon, you sounding like PK. I will destroy you. But that's what they do, don't they? I'm like, wow, you guys are so important, so powerful. But once they've got these sub counts, they really believe they are. She was going out shopping and spending money after she woke up after spending the night on the town with Princess. She rarely had anything to do with her son. Yeah. And like that's why over the last week, as well as feeling really crappy with this COVID and everything, with Layla, I feel bad for her if I'm sitting up here on a live and she's just down in the house, you know, by herself. Like even though Pop's there, I still feel bad. You know, I could be sitting down there chatting with her, doing stuff. I don't think it's okay if you've got a child in your care that you can sit on a live for 6 or 7 hours or however long and not be hanging out with your child. But that's just who I am. Like I feel like that's not okay for me to do that every single day. So she's very, very, very immature. There was another thing I picked up on the live that, like, the fact that, okay, so we all know Zigster went to Fred Hill's place a couple of times. She went there the night with the Bones video, and she went back again the second time with Jennifer. And her daughter supposedly stayed in the car both times. So she's interacted with this Fred Hill on several occasions for a couple of hours on each interaction. Then when she gets back to Tennessee, I don't know if you guys caught the live where she played these recordings from the tree trimmers. Did anybody hear them? Well, hi Stella. How are you? Good to see you. I bet you guys are busy packing, getting ready for the big move. Yeah, so she plays the recordings of conversations she had with the tree trimmer guys in a car park while she was in Tennessee. In them recordings, they're talking about Fred Hill, and one of them refers to him as a crackhead, and Ziggy starts laughing and, oh yeah, they're crackheads. Okay. And, their yard's really trashy and it's full of, like broken cars. And she's running Fred Hill and his family's property. I don't think he's a nice guy like she seems to think he was on the live. He's a really nice guy, guys. A really nice man. Okay. Then when she placed the tree trimmers, he's a crackhead. And the whole property is trash. Does she not think about anything she says? These people will come after her ass, whether she's in Tennessee or not. And she's doing it time after time. She will suck up to somebody to get a recording of what they've got to say and be nice to them, even with Don and Candace. And then the next live, she's running them down to the ground and calling them names and all the rest of it. Does she not think that that could be dangerous to put herself and her daughter in a position where she is going to push somebody to a point where they will track her down and come for her in real life? But that doesn't seem to be a factor in Ziggy's brain. Does anyone understand what I'm trying to say? Doesn't get her priorities straight. She may call herself Grammy in a couple of years. Yeah, I've predicted that as well, Casey. She I don't know whether she says, oh, my daughter's so honest and all of that and blah, 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 just for the chat. Or is she really that naive to remember what she was like at that age? Because by the sound of it, she was exactly the same. Yeah, somebody just Jackie Duke, can you come here next? Someone just said, where was it? Can you ask the chat what their definition of a Johnny is? Isn't a Johnny like a client in a prostitution scenario? That's what I think it is. Maybe. Or it could be a toilet. I don't know. Yeah, you can, Grammy. Duchess wants her oven clean too, Jackie Jude. Oh man, I have thought that myself. It's inevitable. I hope I'm very wrong, but I can foresee that in her future, that kid has no boundaries whatsoever. Nope. I've raised 2 girls and they will all go through a certain phase of letting you know what they think you should only know. In super chats alone, not including membership, Patreon, Cash Apps, Venmo, etc., MGL earned $52,000 after tax from her main channel in YouTube. Don't forget, she has a second channel that is monetized. Oh my God. That's crazy, isn't it? But look at the shit she's had to. Yeah. Any updates on 423? He had another court appearance yesterday, your time, I think, and was postponed again till April. That was in the Sullivan County one. I think he's got another court appearance in the Washington County one on the 28th for the $50,000 to $60,000 theft one. I think so as well. She will be left holding a baby, but she will claim all she can from government. Yep. A walk-in linen press like the hospital ones used to have. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. How good would that be? More space for half-finished craft projects. Oh my God. Oh, no, we're on a finishing trail. Finish my quilt and you won't have to store it. Well, I can't finish it while I'm sitting on Hit Live, Susie. She's given me heaps again. And all Jay for Justice said it was changes someone's face in the picture. No, but the rest of them did, Chris. They all said she faked her and Jay was really, really hot. They were all horrible. Digging the boot into any other creator they could. BHB. She's lost like, oh, guys, we have to have a look at this. What's her name? I don't know if you guys seen it. Someone showed me how to do this the other day in filters. We want channel. Why doesn't it come up? What? Oh. That's not fair. Oh God, Jodie Sue said she knows where the focus needs to be. Right upon Donald. That's Prayer Garden of America's thumbnail. Train wreck. Look.
You're such a sweetie pie. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're such a sweetie.
Hang on. I'm getting there. Sorry. I was on the wrong tab. I don't know. So did everyone know how the train wreck lady a couple of months ago put up a GoFundMe because she wanted a companion puppy? Well, she did. And she had a separate little YouTube channel, just a personal one, talking about how she lives in an aged care facility and she's really lonely, and her doctor had encouraged her to look for a companion puppy for company and to help her. And I donated to her, and today, look.
You're such a sweetie pie. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're such a sweetie.
How awesome is this?
So I can't see if anybody's on. I doubt anyone's even seeing me go live.
She's so beautiful.
But I just wanted to say I have a little bitty baby now. This is little Louie. He's had a rough ride. He had a 3-hour drive getting here. But his daddy just dropped him off, and we're going to go give him a bath. And yes, we're going to go give you a bath. Yes, we are. You're such a sweetie. So I just wanted everybody to meet him. His name is Little Louie. Yes, he's such a cutie pie. But he's had, like I said, a rough ride. I thought his fur was so cute. Yes, it is. He only weighs like 7 pounds. Mm, mm. Isn't he cute? I know he needs a bath, but he's had a rough trip. He got a rough trip. He's so loving. He's so adorable. You're just so loving. Yes, you are. Oh, you're just such a sweetheart. And not even one little bark yet. Not one little bark. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that's been helping me and helping me get my channel back up and running and help me get this sweet little baby. He's so adorable. Oh, you're just such a sweetheart. Look at those cute little eyes. Look at the cute little eyes and the cute little nose. They look at that. You gonna smile for the camera? Oh, look at you. Okay, well, I'm not going to stay on here long. I just wanted to show my little baby off. And thank you all for helping me get him and helping me get my channel back up and running. Answering comments and stuff. Thank you. Thank you all. Hi, Growler. Hi, Heather. Hi, Truly Amazing. I'm going to go give this little one a bath. Because, yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Oh, he really needs a bath. He had a 3-hour drive here. Thank you. Bye, everybody. Say bye-bye.
How awesome is that? Just to see that. Oh, she just looks so happy, doesn't she? I'm so, so happy for her. What kind of pups do you have? Yeah, he's going to be one spoiled little puppy, I'd say. And she is very, very grateful. These are the things that we should be using our platforms for, instead of destroy and conquer and all that sort of stuff. Like, that just makes me so happy that YouTube was able to come together to do something really, really good. She has beautiful hair. She's very clever with her videos too. Yeah, I spotted that this morning. I thought, oh, I've got to show you guys. She got her puppy. Did with their donations and gifts, bought spy pens to invade a child while at church. Yep. There's just no comparison, is there? You know, you can see who's here for good and who's not. Yeah, she's the sweetest lady. When she said she had nobody, oh my God. Like, that just made me really, really, really sad. That the only people she sort of has in her life are the people in her retirement complex, that she doesn't have any family or anything. Yes, Leah Weston, she will benefit so much. And it fills that void of you know, you've got someone else to get out of bed for and look after. And as females, I don't think that ever goes away. You always want to be, most of us, you want to be looking out for someone or something in your life. Ernie went off just in Ziggy's totally different from last night. She dropped him. You're kidding, Sassy Noz. What is wrong with people? I can't get my head around. Wow. I'm so glad I don't have these nutters come on my channel. I really am. Honestly. Jackie Jude at Truth is in Ireland. Johnny is a condemn. When you ask the new girl from Ireland to go into the closet and grab a clean Johnny. Oh. My puppy's an emotional support. Yeah, they do. They just unconditional. They just not like our cat. She will not even come to you for a pat. She has such attitude. Aw, thanks, Pippi. I really do appreciate that comment. That means heaps to me. But they all do it live after live after live with these people that I'm sitting there thinking, are you really going to do that? That's when I'm glad that I don't go for getting all these popular persons of the day, I will call it, up on panel. And then I think I was the only channel that never had Jodie Sue, only because I always believed there was something not right there. You think he's a druggo? Really, Grimmy? I don't know. I just always got weird vibes, like hell no. I'll call them hell no vibes. Yes, I agree, Gabby. It's more personal. Like, I could sit here and stream video after video of everyone else's channels as well, and we do look at some sometimes, but my focus is the two-way interaction between all of us. That's what I like to concentrate on. Whereas some creators don't even look at their chat. They have no clue what their chat's even talking about. But for me, it's all about the chat and what everyone else thinks and just chatting it up. I've never pretended to be an investigator or a, journalist or anything like that. Without having to worry about your view being slammed. Yes. And if we all thought exactly the same, it's that same old saying, the world would be a boring place. Absolutely it would. I'm going to just see if there's an update on Charlize. We'll have a little look at this. Oh gosh, I hate that. How dare they want us to pay for it? Charlize Mutton's alleged killer just facing jail death threats. Yeah, so this is his vehicle, and that's the boat with the cover on it that Charlize was in. So I did a little update the other day that the autopsy found she had been shot. That was her cause of death. Manner of death obviously is homicide. That's him going to a servo. But what gets me is Mum, they still have not mentioned the mother. Okay, this is a good one.
And I can now disclose that the cause of death, Charlize, was that she suffered a fatal gunshot wound, and that's how she died. So we're disclosing this for investigative reasons, but also to clear up any ambiguity, to make sure that we have some clarity to the investigation and any other thoughts that this may not be anything but what it is. And this is the murder of a 9-year-old girl. We appeal to the media to report on this with sensitivity. The family of Charlize have only been informed of the cause of death just recently, but it's important that they know, and it's important that the public know that this is a unimaginable and egregious murder of a child.
Oh, it is unbelievable. Hi, Lawton girl. Yeah, there's another where's Channel 9? I don't know why, but Channel 9 always gives me grief trying to play their videos. See? Just hang on, it does work eventually. Eventually. Come on. It's so annoying. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to be patient.
Police have made new allegations about the death of 9-year-old Charlize Mutton after her stepfather was charged with her murder. Detective Superintendent Danny Doherty revealed on Tuesday police would allege in court the schoolgirl was shot dead before being put in a barrel and being dumped near the Colo River, 76 kilometres from Sydney. Mr. Doherty said it would be alleged Charlize's stepdad, Justin Stein, was alone with the little girl at the Wildenstein property in Mount Wilson in the Blue Mountains on the evening of Tuesday, January 11, and took her life. Mr. Doherty said security footage released Tuesday showing a red Holden Colorado with a blue tarp covering a barrel-shaped object in its tray and towing a boat trailer had proven crucial in the investigation. He revealed it was highly suspicious the blue tarp was no longer visible in the Utes tray after the vehicle stopped at the Colo River. A series of security clips were released Tuesday morning showing a vehicle towing a boat trailer in Marsden Park, northwest of Sydney, and Drummoyne in the inner west. One video showed the car and trailer at the BP service station on Richmond Road in Marsden Park just before 6 p.m. on January 13. A subsequent video showed the same car and trailer pull up to a set of lights on Victoria Road in Drummoyne at 7:17 p.m. the same evening. It was picked up again just 3 minutes later on Bayswater Road by a home security camera heading towards Drummoyne's 5-dock bay boat ramp. Police will allege in court Charlize's stepdad travelled from Wildenstein to the northwest and inner west suburbs of Sydney and back to the Colo River near the Hawkesbury with Charlize's body.
I want to break free.
So sad. Good night, Libby. Thank you so much for coming in. It's Tracy. Hello, Tracy. You've got the pretty front too. The adoptive parents staffed her, locked her in a dog cage. Oh my God. He does have that look, doesn't he? I just find it bizarre that they still haven't spoken about the mother. And you all know that the mother's pregnant to him. Yeah, Tracy, I do. Yeah, it's just... Leah Weston says, that's what I want to know. Where the heck was she for the 48 hours? Imagine knowing your daughter died with someone you left her with and you're out on a drug run. I hope that's not what happened. It's just bizarre to me that even the day that she was reported missing, her mother wasn't talking and got taken off to hospital and still hasn't, they still haven't verified whether they've even interviewed her yet. Yeah. I do think he's interfered with her though. That's usually their motive, isn't it? And then once they've done it, they've got to try and cover it up. Oh, here we go. Oh, finally breaks her silence and reveals the moment she realised her child was gone. I didn't know that happened. Here we go. The mother of schoolgirl Charlie Smutton has finally been interviewed by detectives and claimed she believed her daughter was safe and well up until the morning she called the police. The 9-year-old's body was found last week, dumped in the Colo River. Calista Mutton alleged to police Charlize had been left with Stein for 48 hours between January 11th and 13th at his parents' property. Miss Mutton had several phone calls with Stein on Thursday the 13th, the day he allegedly drove around with the young girl's body in the back of his ute, police said, after she formally interviewed after spending a week in hospital. The next morning, January 14, Calista called police and reported her daughter missing after becoming concerned. David Hudson said Miss Mutton and Stein had a number of telephone conversations on Thursday afternoon. Then later on, she got concerned and reports her missing. So what about the sand that you went and bought? She went and bought him 20 kilos of sand. Try Channel 7, Sharon. Okay. This is a really good map to, like, timeline and maps. I downloaded it the other day. Have a look at her. Where's Channel 7? It's going to do it with Channel 7. Oh, here we go. I thought she was in the boat under the cover.
I gotta be free.
But she's not. She's in that blue section of the tray of the ute. He's a nutter, honestly. Someone said he couldn't get the boat working. That's not what I thought it was either. Hi, Amber Maiden. It's called Outlaw Trucker, Tracy. I'm just trying to see if this is going to play. It's taken.
Dozens of people have gathered to pay tribute to 9-year-old Charlize Mutton after her body was found in a barrel near the New South Wales Blue Mountains. The girl's grandmother attended the candlelight vigil held outside her primary school at Tweed Heads. Several friends, teachers and classmates spoke about their memories of Charlize, expressing their shock and their sadness.
Charlize has touched many lives on her journey throughout this world, especially within the school community where she was loved.
She had an absolute love of learning and of her teachers.
Charlize had such a gentleness and a kindness towards her peers, showing deep empathy to those around her.
Our hearts are heavy with deep sorrow. Words cannot express the depth of the loss or the heartache you will feel.
Police used extensive GPS tracking, CCTV and phone surveillance to locate her remains before charging her mother's fiancé with murder.
The news authorities were dreading.
Obviously, we start off these searches with a lot of hope, but unfortunately we always have in the back of our minds the worst.
The discovery of human remains consistent with a missing 9-year-old girl. They were found inside a barrel near the Colo River, an hour from the Blue Mountains. The girl was last seen at a Mount Wilson property on Thursday, January 13. Her disappearance was notified to authorities the following morning. She'd been holidaying with her mother and the accused at a luxury wedding estate owned by the man's family.
We spent the last 5 days with hundreds and hundreds of police and other resources, volunteers, RFS, SES and a number of community members searching for the missing 9-year-old in the Blue Mountains area and other areas.
Police arrested 31-year-old Justin Stein at a Surrey Hills unit in central Sydney at 8:30 on Tuesday night. He was charged with murder and appeared via video link at Sydney Central Court.
How will he be pleading?
No comment at this stage.
Will he be fighting the charges?
Sorry, no comment at this stage.
What we are sure of is that the accused that we charged with murder was responsible for firstly placing her in the barrel and then disposing of that barrel in the bushland where she was located.
But authorities are struggling to piece together the circumstances surrounding her death. The accused has offered conflicting statements and homicide detectives have been unable to speak to the victim's mum.
The mother is currently under healthcare and has been difficult to approach and contact. She's under the care of medical supervision. At some stage, hopefully when those doctors allow, we will be talking further with her. But at this stage, we keep an open mind to everything. And as I said, we investigate, we don't speculate.
Police were able to find the whereabouts of the girl's body by trawling through CCTV footage and GPS data of a seized vehicle. Phone call tracking of conversations between the accused and the victim's mother has also revealed chilling details.
To purchase a number of sandbags, 20-kilo sandbags from a hardware store, to fuel a boat and then try and float that boat on the water at one of the docks in inner Sydney. That was unsuccessful because the boat was inoperable, and then tracking that individual back to the location where we commenced the search yesterday afternoon.
Authorities are calling on anyone with information to come forward.
That barrel has been conveyed to the city morgue and will be examined further today, and obviously that matter is in the hands of the coroner.
The alleged murder has drawn a national reaction.
That is devastating news. I'm very sorry having heard that news. It's just devastating.
I mean, this is horrible. This is horrific. This is shocking. This is gutted. And I know that many people are distressed by what they're hearing today.
The victim's grandparents, who she resided with in Queensland, have been informed. Flowers are being laid at her school in Tweed Heads. Justin Stein has been refused bail and will reappear in court on March 18. Jessica Maggio, Sky News, Sydney.
How many times do we see women bring men into relationships that do this over and over again? Ladies, please keep your boyfriends away from your children. I was following a case last night. I might do the live about her tomorrow. Same situation. It was in America. Tegan Stebo. Tegan Stebo, guys. Have a look at her case. This Tegan's mum met this guy, whirlwind romance, he lived with his grandparents in an outbuilding in their backyard, like a little shed. She went to do military training and left her 4-year-old daughter with this guy, and they'd only been together for 6 months. She left for 10 days to do this military training, and in that time he tortured this little girl. If you Google her, but I will do a show on her tomorrow because she deserves it. And more women have to be more accountable for their kids and put them first. Stop letting men that you're infatuated with into their lives too quickly. Do your checks, look into them. Your children are your pride and joy and your everything, but you're so quick to let people into their lives. This I will never, ever understand. Ever. But he tortured her, as in ripping out fingernails, 60 bite marks. There wasn't any part of her body that wasn't tortured in every single way imaginable. And when he ended up taking her to an ER, one of the nurses flew for him and he took off, and she chased him down, tackled him and had him by the throat, and the police had to pull her off, and she asked for the policeman's gun so she could shoot this animal. And she testifies in court as well, and reenacts what she did to this filth. He was given the death penalty, and he's still on death row as we speak. But it never stops. Every single week there's going to be another dozen of little kids put in the same situation. There has to be more awareness for young mums to just not have your relationship, but don't have it at your home or in their home, or bring these men near your children. And I'm not saying every single relationship is bad, but you have to think of it that way, because you don't know until it's too late. That's exactly right, Celeste. Hi, Shay. You know, last night I was trying to sit there and like, that's one of the reasons the girls come into our care, is because my daughter was exactly the same. You know, boyfriend after boyfriend, and just didn't give a shit who she was letting around her 2 little girls. And they wonder why bad things happen. It's not that they intend for it to happen, but they just don't think about it. Oh, that's not going to happen here. He's a good guy. He would never do anything. For 10 days, he tortured that little one. 10 days. young mums have to be more accountable. Their kids first. Like, I get everyone gets lonely and they want a partner and stuff like that, but you can have both, just not together straight away. And the guy was only 21 too at the time. She was having a dispute with the biological father, where normally if she left the little girl, it would be with the paternal grandparents, but because she was having, relationship dramas with Tegan's dad, she wouldn't let them babysit. So that's why she left him with this Jonathan. And I just felt sick when they were going through her list of injuries. It's sickening. Absolutely sickening. And this is another one. She'd only been with him for 12 months. Same situation. Keep your boyfriends away from your kids. And with this Charlize Mutton's mother, she did 2 and a bit years jail. She got out in 2019 because she was drug driving and caused a death in a vehicle accident. He has been in jail. Like, I know, Celeste, do they just not read the news and see how many de factos? I'm actually going to look into the statistics of it tonight and just see between America and Australia what the statistics are on boyfriends / de factos being the predators, because I'm pretty sure I'll be right up there. Oh, Suzanne. Well, yeah, Pippi, that'd be even better. But their kids don't come first. They want their cake and eat it too. Like, I couldn't understand it with our daughter. Like, what the hell are you doing? You don't even know this person. You know, she met up with this fella and she thought he was just Ant's pants, best guy on earth. He lived in Albury. She wanted to take the girls there and we're like, hell no, not happening. You don't know this guy from a slice of bread, but that's how they all meet each other, is online. Anyway, we didn't let the girls go. This is before they were in our care permanently. And it turns out this guy's a bloody cross-dresser and had all sorts of problems. And we were just like, really? You didn't think that something like this could happen? And because I've always been in true crime and from my childhood, I fully well know it doesn't have to be a stranger. So I've always been super vigilant with anyone around, anyone's kids, point blank. Our kids never were allowed to go on sleepovers as little kids. Things like that. They weren't allowed to play in the front yard. They always had to be in the backyard. And they will still rib me about it today. Oh, don't go play out the front, you know. my mum's boyfriends were the ones that touched me inappropriately. Her parents don't believe it, which is denial. Yep. That makes me really want to headbutt some people, Pippi. When the mothers don't believe their own children when they're trying to tell them, you know, and they take the other person's word that they didn't, that's when I reckon I could really, really hurt someone. I know, how did any of us meet anybody back in the day without the internet? Oh, that's good, Elena's view. At least you're lying down and resting. About you being too overprotective. I think so, Amber. Like, I wasn't crazy, but my kids were with me constantly. That's one thing I noticed heaps now with the younger mums. They all have, like, they all go to the spas and, you know, have all these little luxury days where they'll go and get their nails done, or they'll go to the, you know, these new trendy booths where they do them weightless floats. They do all that sort of stuff. But when I used to get my nails done when Shelby was little, because Amanda and Ben were a bit older, she'd come with me no matter where I went, whether it was to a nail salon, whether it was to the doctor. Like, I took my kids everywhere with me, to the supermarket. But now they don't. Oh, I've just got to go and get groceries. Do you mind if, you know, I'll leave the kids with you while I just go do this? And I'm like, why? Like, I don't mind. Don't get me wrong. But that's how you socialise them. Here she is. How you going, Paddle? Good, good. So yeah, we might, I'll do up some stuff tonight and show you little Tegan's Skiba tomorrow, and we'll go through her case and her story. And hopefully, even if one young mum gets to see it, she might think twice about what she does around her kids. Hope you all sleep well tonight and have a wonderful day tomorrow. You too, Tracy. If your kids don't come first in the midst of addiction, it's desperately sad, but it's truth. Yep. I agree, Leah. I think she's bored, guys.
Hey.
Yeah, mine's starting to come back too, so I think we need another Nurofen top-up. Yeah, she is. She's not too bad, Susan. Not Tracy.
My leg's sore. Yeah.
She's got sore legs, guys.
Shut up.
Well, I'm interested to see what happened with Ernie after all the praise he got last night. That's interesting to me. You got called the mean one? I can remember him getting shitty with me when they were younger, and I'd say no to stuff, but I'm the parent. That's my job, and that's what I would tell him. Yes, that's exactly the same here, Celeste. You're heading out? Yeah, she does. She sounds a bit bored. I've been on air for 3.5 hours, so I better go and entertain her. Oh, really, Duchess? Go over to her video, Duchess. I left her a lovely comment after her video that she put up about Outlaw Trucker. I just, as I said, if I see it, I'm going to say it. And I held back. I said what I wanted to say in the comment, but she needs to just stop.
He wants something.
You're tired, Celeste. So entertained. Oh, before we go, how can I get that up here? Hang on, I just want to show you guys. No, I'll put it on the community tab. That'll be easier.
What about Shelby?
I'll put up an update photo of Suzanne's quilt. What about what?
Shelby, she was so funny.
She was so funny. I played one of her little videos, like the sound. You can't wait to see it? Yeah, I'll do that. I'll go down to the house and put it on the community tab. I showed her a fabric earlier and I said, what do you think of this one for the border? And it was sort of like that vintage, old-fashioned green. And it had like these little twirly patterns in it. And I thought it was really cute. But she said, no, it's got yellow in it. I don't like yellow. And do you know, I actually loved that she was honest and said, no, my daughter-in-law is exactly the same. When I'm making her something, I'll throw up a couple of fabrics and say, do you like this one in the quilt? No, don't like that. Because you would rather them say, oh, I really like that, than just put it in and then they're like, oh, no, that's not really something I love. So I've got to pull some more bits so she can see it. It had yellow in it. I know it did, but I didn't know that you didn't like yellow. But believe it or not, yellow in quilts, just a smidgen, can really make other colours pop. My mum didn't do drugs or alcohol. It was loneliness and horniness. It was a lack of good sense at times, which put me at risk. So heads up, young mums, your children come first. Yes. Yeah, my mother was with the same guy from when I was 2 till the day she died. It wasn't like the quantity of men, it was just one bad man for my entire life. And she knew and even participated. So some women need castrating as well. Your mum believed you, but told you not to say anything because it would upset my father. We were living through DV and she was so scared of him and how he would react. I was angry with her for a long time. I totally get that, Leah. Although I didn't get super angry until I had my own children. It wasn't until I became a mother that my feelings just exploded. And I didn't go to either of their funerals. And each year I just detested them more and more and more. The older I got, the worse I got. Whereas when I was a teenager, I don't know. I just sort of thought, oh, well, what can I do about it sort of thing? It happened, whatever. Oh, not Yella. She don't like Yella. I promise it will not be Yella. I will get some more fabrics together after dinner, Suzanne, and shoot you some options. Oh, he got denied bail. Really? For DV? I think he's got a bit of a substance issue too, doesn't he, Leah? He's he used to host a couple of really big game shows, this Andrew O'Keefe, and he's been in Australian television for years and years and years. And he allegedly assaulted his wife. I think he's done it a couple of times now. Yeah, you did too, Suzanne. It's just, I can't explain it, but the older I got, the more angry I got with them. It's crazy what some parents put their kids through. You're up for options, that's good. I can't believe he was denied bail. I'm going to have to go and catch up on Australian news. Yeah, that's good that he doesn't get away with it because he's a celebrity, because you do see that happen over and over, especially with footballers. Oh my God, they can get away with shit. I don't understand. Didn't he used to be a lawyer? Yes, Duchess of Carolina. He's a barrister. He's like a really, really brainy guy. He used to be a barrister and give it up to be in show business. And he's the nephew of a very, very famous Australian TV entertainer, Graham Kennedy. That's probably how he sort of got a foot in the door in the entertainment industry, but yeah. That's weird that you know him, Duchess of Carolina. But what is it, gymnastics, with the Australian football players? Why are they, I know they're not all thugs, but they bring the worst reputations upon themselves with really shitty behaviour, and then wonder why the media are on their case. I was angry that her fear and her self-preservation meant more to her than her child being abused. To keep herself safe, she threw me under the bus. I'm still angry with her, but I can understand why. Yeah. I think you've said it right there. It is about their own self-preservation. And like, they didn't talk about that sort of stuff as openly as we do now as well. It was always just brushed under the carpet, wasn't it? You know? And Duchess says, I know a little bit about a little bit. I bet you do. That's cool that you knew who we were talking about, though. Like, he's not a mega star, but he's always seemed like really eccentric, weird to me, just a bit different. Don't know exactly how to take him, sort of thing. So anyway, guys, I better get back to stitching Suzanne's quilt, and I'll put a photo. I've already taken photos, but I'll put them photos on the community tab. And after she picks her little border one, so This is a hand one too. It's not on the machine. It's just so I can sit in front of the telly and while I'm recovering, you keep up with the crime scene. We put our spot men and women on pedestals and they think they are above the law. I'm a sport tragic, but we'll call out their bad behaviour, no excuses. Yeah. You just don't seem to see as much of it with like cricketers. I know they've had a couple of scandals, but they don't seem to be, I don't know what the word is. I don't know. Maybe they're kept in check a little bit stricter than footballers. They're just like little rogues, aren't they? Don't do this, but you tell them no about something and they just go and do it anyway. Yeah. Well, at least hubby can go to Woolies for us now. We don't have to get poor Shelby. She's been running around every single day getting us this and that. And yeah, they do run amok and they think they're above, like even their clubs, directors and all that sort of stuff. They'll break like isolation and go party and they're just little rogues. But anyway, okay. I will be back tomorrow and we're going to talk about little Tegan Skiba. Cheesecake. No, I've got apple pie, actually, gymnastics. I think I've put on like 6 kilos in a week. We've been having apple pie and custard and cream after dinner, which is so yum. I might make a cheesecake tomorrow if I feel a bit better. 3rd charge, was it? Holy shit. I'm going to have to go and have a look. All right, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you, mods. And thank you, everybody, for coming in. And it's been so good to see some of you that I haven't seen in a while. I appreciate you. Keep it real. Always. And I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Bye. No, you behave yourself, Suzanne. No sweet stuff. I'll be checking. Bye, guys.